start trimming the bottom of her foot. I always like to pull, if I've got dishes and flares, I like to pull them the foot forward and address them first. But also I wanted to point out, we're looking at, the mare has a good hoof and pastern axis. Run a line down through her cannon bone. I would like to have her heels come back a little bit farther, you know, a little bit more support in the back, but it's kind of her, and it's kind of her conformation. So, and then also we have to take into consideration, since we don't have her heels all the way back, can we leave a lot of length on the shoe? But she's a trail horse going up and down rocky terrain, over hills and everything, and then also she lives in a 30-acre field. So I can't leave a lot of shoe on her because it won't be there when we come back. So, and something to look at as far as looking at her from the side, and with the low heel or low foot and everything, some people would say that you really want to wedge her up or something. If you watch how much drop she has on her pastern, you don't want to wedge her up, because that would put more stress on her heels, and then more stress on the suspensory apparatus.
So let's look at this horse as we do any horse. When they're standing and we draw a plumb line down from the shoulder, we want to look at where that leg is in relation to the whole limb. Now he's standing a bit in there, but where are we at when we're looking at that? Especially from the ankle down. We're going to look from here down to the knee. Where is the knee in relation to the shoulder? Then where is the cannon bone? And where is that hoof in relation to that knee? This horse has got a very nice balanced knee. He's not toed in, he's not toed out, he's not, as we would call, he doesn't have a right foot, or he's not bench kneed. When we have a horse with a conformation with one of those two, we'll call it a conformation fault, even though it's not. Many horses do a very good job with both of those conformation defects. But we need to take that in consideration when we shoe them. If he's bench kneed, is he breaking over the outside? Do we need to put some modifications in that area? Or if he's right-footed, just the opposite?
Conformation, looking at him from the front, you know, he wants to turn in a little bit. He's an older horse, so we're not going to try and change any of that. I just want to maintain a good hoof underneath his bony column. I like to look at his Connery band, see if there's any areas that are showing me distress or jamming up, meaning it's pushing up on one side or the other. His feet from here look like one is a little bit bigger than the other, but I think that's just the way he's built. He's always going to have that. It's not a huge change, and I'm not a big fan of trying to make feet match if they just can't. And if I look at him from the top here, I can look at this Connery band. Seems to be wider and more round than this one. It's a little narrower. So that just tells me that that's what the foot looks like, and I just have to maintain that. So, and then on his hind feet, I'm looking at the same things, but his hind feet look a little bit more symmetrical. They look a little bit closer to each other.
I'm going to take this Hoof Pro rule. I'm going to bisect this foot down the center, and I'm evaluating how much foot is on the medial side, how much foot's on the lateral side. Take my 0, put it in the center, just about 3/8, half of an inch back, and I'm going to look. I've got 2 3/4, and out here I've got 3 1/4. So you can see this flare here. You can see this excess foot. The horse is barefoot, so doing a good job of protecting his own foot. Watch out.